All right, family. Black Power is the true power with General Sorority. Kick back, get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. I'm excited and delighted to be accepting members to the General SETI YouTube page, a dynamic page. Y'all already know what it is. Black Power, Black Frequency. If you're feeling that frequency and energy, you should most definitely join. Link right down in the video description is in the chat. All you have to do is click it. You'll get a video introduction rundown on the membership, what they entail. You see one you like, you should most definitely join. Even if you don't, I appreciate your presence here at the General SETI YouTube page. Continue to engage, continue to advance. That's right, family. I want you to get over there to my Teachable website, man. I got some powerful self-help courses that's going to be uploaded up onto my Teachable certificate programs right now. We got the leading program that's on the site right now, 25 steps to the redemption of definitive black manhood. This is for the brothers who want a profound program to help them develop in all the areas to make them a king. I know you need, this is what it is. We all have initiations through the brotherhood, the Nile Valley, Africa, military, whatever it is. And so we got something for your family that's going to get you together. It's also a round table, connected live stream, weekly live stream, and a lot of other perks. You get a certificate at the end. I want you to get on over there and look at the program and become a member. That's what it is, because you most definitely going to grow. That's a fact. We also got coaching calls for the family. If you need a coach, you need a counselor that can get you, this for the brothers that can get you through, the perils of life, then get a general call, because I'm on deck for your family. That's right. Ring the alarm, KingSeti.com, online marketplace, official General Sabra Seti, DVD lectures, t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry, holistic tonics and remedies, home decor accessories for every room in the house. Get over there today, KingSeti.com. Pull the fire alarm, GeneralSeti.com, SETI University, over 2,500 videos, 40 different subjects, all the subjects that you know and love from the general, ancient Egypt, Olmec, Naga, Kushite, all the religions, Christianity, Judaism, hip-hop, occult, Freemasonry, Black Illuminati, the making of the white man, black woman is God. We got it all over there, family. There's no other website, nowhere on the planet that could compare or compete. And everybody knows SETI got the pop in his page on Patreon, 500 exclusive live streams, only to be seen on Patreon. We got 5 levels. Even if you start at the very beginning level, family, it's already a treasure chest of videos, exclusive, powerful, amazing videos waiting on you. The Black Netflix. You should get over there and become a patron today. And all the family that donate to the general, I thank you. I appreciate you. Those who would like to donate, link right there on the screen, in the chat, in the video description. Click it, donate, and I thank you ahead of time. Appreciate you. Make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels, King SETI, General SETI, Sarasu SETI. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up. Like it because you love it. Share it with your family and friends. And comment. Just don't say nothing stupid, because I will ban your ass. Here we go, family. We talking about, did this sorority, Zeta, Phi Beta sorority, did they set Angie? Did they help set Angie Stone up? Now, a lot of people say, oh man, this shit is conspiracy and this, that, and the third. But when you see how treacherous these people's is, and you see how many people they done already knocked off, ain't got no goddamn, it's not no damn conspiracy. You see? Yeah, it's a conspiracy. That's just an excuse not to do nothing, nigga. That's an excuse to not move on them. Oh, that's just a bitch. Shut up. That's you just scared to make a move. That's all it is. They're just tabloids. They done knocked off 1,000 motherfuckers, then took their music, took their money, took everything from them. They gave their children, their family, nothing. Left them out in the cold. You see, and they didn't sung, and they didn't danced, and they didn't act their whole goddamn life. And at the end of the day, they ain't got nothing to show for it. And so the crazy thing about it, as we look in the back, you can see that, what this, the hand gesture of Zeta Phi Beta is a Freemason hand gesture. Goddamn, you can look that up. That comes from the Freemasons. Okay? And so, wait a minute. So when we say this ain't no goddamn conspiracy when you see it. When you look in the back, okay, you see that's the brother fraternity Zeta Phi Beta. And that he was a Mason too. And he created their symbol, their logo for them. And so when you see the handshake of the Mason on the fraternal crest, you see the fasces, which is a Roman symbol with the hatchet and the bundles on the wrapped around the hatchet, the axe. That's a Roman symbol for sovereignty. You see the dove, which is also a symbol of Freemasonry. They got degrees that are connected to these symbols. Okay, and so you see the dove that was taken right off of the fraternity symbol and added to the logo of Zeta Phi Beta. So I want y'all to understand that this is when we say that the Freemasons started the fraternities and sorority, we back it up. We come with the receipts. We ain't here to play no goddamn game with you. We just went over what they been doing to black students and white students too. But I'm just saying, I'm only documenting to show you how beastly they are and initiate. You supposed to be going to school. You supposed to be going to get a goddamn education. You supposed to be there for higher learning, and they in there whooping your ass, making you take all type of drinking yourself into a coma. You understand? Probably taking all type of medication and shit and all that. You got to just take it and shit. Humiliation. How in the fuck is this associated with goddamn how you're learning and advanced knowledge, and you in there beating the shit out of the student, making them humiliate themselves for what? What do you get out of somebody being humiliated like that? You see, what do you get out of humiliating somebody like that? And so we showing you the spirit of these institutions. We're showing you the spirit of these institutions. Now, let me get something. I got to get this in here. I got to get this in here to show y'all, that this is a Luciferian organization. This is a fact. Luciferian organization. We talking about the fraternities and see the thing is a lot of people that's involved in the fraternities and the sororities, they may not know. Okay. And so, and I can acknowledge that they just may not know. Because a lot of people, they don't get in there. You think they learn, they go there to read. They ain't going to read all them books. They ain't going to get in that. They should. If you're going to take your time to be involved in something, then you should take the time to do a thorough understanding of what it is. Why would you want to be a part of something and you don't know what it is? You see? And so, again, let me get this in here so we can see the symbols. Now you see right there, you got old Elon Musk. He's a Freemason. You see him doing, actually, that's a variation of the same symbol, the same hand gesture. Okay, that's a variation of the same hand gesture. Okay, and so and wait a minute, let me matter of fact, let me make a copy of that. And we're gonna break it down for you. Okay. Delete that out of there. Delete him on up out of there. So yeah, this is I got to get I forget the name of the fraternal branch of the Zeta. You see, I got to get the, because I ain't mastered all that Greek shit. I ain't mad, but they was the ones that created is a variation of the fraternal of the fraternal logo. It's a variation. You see the torches. That's also a part of Freemasonry. The stars, and you see the stars over there connected to and you see what seems to be the illumination at the top. The sun. You see the rays of the sun that's coming, up there at the top behind the dove. That's all Freemasonry. Okay. Now I got to bring this up because I don't want nobody. They're just like this, right there. You see that? I believe that you see the Deltas doing that. People say that the Delta, that's a goddamn Jewish hand gesture. You see, that's a Jewish hand gesture who dominate the Freemasonry. Okay, when you talk about the Rothschilds and you talking about all the the higher up Jews, that's who run who are at the top. Who at the top. So when you talking about that, just showing you, when you talk about the Delta, and matter of fact, let me put it up there, Delta Sigma Theta, and you see them up there, that's the Jewish hand gesture. Okay, so I just want y'all to be clear. I don't want y'all to think General Seti up here making nothing up. I got all the receipt. Now, even when we talk about matter of fact, let me see what's the name. Let me get the let me go on the end and get the Brotherhood. Is it Phi Beta Sigma? It might be Phi Beta Sigma. Let me see. It is. And the brother, it was really his idea that created that Zeta, Phi Beta. It was actually the brother. They put the sisters up there, but he the one that it says in the spring of 1919 during a stroll on the campus of Howard University, Charles Robert Samuel Taylor, member of Phi Beta Sigma fraternity, told Arizona Cleaver his idea for a new sisterhood, a sister organization to his fraternity. Okay, so there it is. And so they the front, but it's really his idea. You see, it's really his idea. And many of them were already they were Freemasons. You see, that's where the so that's Phi Beta Sigma. Okay, so when you let me get back up here. So when you look right here and you see the hand, let me blow it up so you see it. You see the handshake. That's the Masonic handshake. Let me show you. Here it is. That's the Masonic handshake that you've seen. Now, it's variations of the handshake. So if it don't look exactly like I could find it, I'm just not going to do it right now. But that's, it's variation of handshake. That's the Masonic handshake. So when I tell you this, and then I'm going to tie the knot so you know who you're dealing with. Now, they can act like they don't, that I didn't know that, and I didn't know that. That's what it is right there that you seeing. That's what you're seeing. Matter of fact, let me go on and let me make it big as possible. Let me make it big as possible. All right. Right there. So you see that. That's the Freemason hand gesture. So that's what I'm making that connection so that you know that there ain't nothing but a connection to this brotherhood. Now, what I'm going to do is to tie the knot. So you look at Albert Pike. I'm going to go straight where he at. I'm going to get down here to Albert Pike. I got to go to Albert Pike. Where is it? I think I put it on here. I think I put it on here. Hopefully I did. So I can go straight to it. Show you one of the chief members right here, Albert Pike. There it is. So you know who is a 33rd degree. And actually, he the one that is, they consider him the greatest Freemason of all time in the modern world. He rewrote all of the rituals and ceremonies of the Scottish Rite, Southern jurisdiction, the largest branch of Freemasonry on the planet. Okay, so I don't know if you go to Washington D.C., the Scottish Rite, the Scottish Rite Temple in Washington D.C. Let me see if I can get it. Scottish Rite. Let me put it in there so y'all can see it. D.C. Let me see if I can get a picture of it. There it is. Let me see. He buried in that. You see? And the crazy shit about it, just to show you how powerful this motherfucker is. He was a Confederate general. He was a goddamn Confederate general. The only Confederate general to be honored in Washington, D.C. This motherfucker got it in this temple, this Scottish Rite temple in D.C. is where he buried at. It's actually his goddamn burial. There's only 2 people buried in there, and so I ain't gonna go no further than that. I'm gonna just put that in there. Y'all just have to do. So yeah, this is where he's buried at in Washington D.C. This is Albert Pike. So I want y'all to understand how powerful he is. He's considered the great. It said, listen to me. And just to show you, just so that nobody can run from this. I don't want nobody to be able to run from this. This book, that is, every initiate gets the book. When they initiate, and it's been that way clearly over 100, close to 100 years. It's been that way close to 100 years, where every initiate into the Scottish Rite, Southern jurisdiction, get morals and dogma that was written by that man right there, Albert Pike. So the things that I'm going to read to you, every one of them that were initiated into that Scottish Rite, Southern jurisdiction, went out and created all type of fraternities and sororities that niggas is using all their hand gestures and all that shit today. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to read this to you, and I don't want no nigga out there to act like they didn't know it because they got that book. Now, you ain't going to make me believe everybody didn't read it. They read the motherfucking book. Okay, I just want to be clear about it. Let's see what old Albert Pike said. It says that which we must say to the crowd is, we worship a God, but it is the God that one adores without superstition. To you, sovereign grand inspectors general, we say this, that you may repeat it to the brethren of the 32nd, 31st, and 30th degrees. The Masonic religion should be by all of us initiates of the high degrees. So he's talking the 33rd degrees. He telling the 33rd degrees, you can go tell the brothers of the 32nd, 31st, and 30th degrees, by all of us initiate of the high degrees, maintain in the purity of the Luciferian doctrine. If Lucifer were not God, would Adonai, Jesus, calumniate, spread false lies and harmful statements about him? Yes, Lucifer is God. And this is not the first time he said that. Okay. So, I mean, many of them higher ups in Freemasonry speak about Lucifer being God. So now that we understand, and you could go do this research, and I guarantee you, you ain't going to do shit but say, Seti, you right. That's all you going to say. Seti, you right. And because I'm right. And I know I'm goddamn right. So, so when you start, and now when you understand that, then you go back to the Masonry and understand that when you initiate it, just like, let me take that out of there. Yeah, when you initiate it and they don't want to hear you trying to come back on some shit. In order to get in the organization, you got to take an initiation. You got to take he created the KKK too. Or if he didn't create it, he most definitely was one of the higher ups. You see what I'm saying? He most definitely was one of the higher ups, in which they act like a fraternal order too. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah. What it says, what somebody say up there? Omega sci-fi haze and going wrong. Something member died. That's right. Yeah. Check that out. Yeah, but they've been killing people for a very long time. So when you understand it's a Luciferian order and that Luciferians created the fraternities and sororities, then when you see Freemason symbols, those are Luciferian symbols. They represent a Luciferian order. Now, the thing is, they're going to make you believe that Lucifer is a good guy. He's the bringer of light. He's a bringer of light. He's the light bearer. This is what they're going to tell you. But see, that's why I break it down for you so that you understand illumination. Illumination. What kind of light? He brings the light, but what kind of light? You see, the blinding light where you can't see the truth. You see, illumination, illumination, ill. You see the ill in there. It's ill. It's not enduring the life-giving sun, like the sun is not life-giving. It's something that destroys. It's something that blinds you to the truth. See, the sun, and when we talk about light in the African pantheon, we talking about the sun. God damn it, we talking about the sun. We're not talking, so we understand that it's the sun that gives light to life to this planet. It's a life-giving light. It's not an ill light. It's not an ill illumination. You see, and so you got to wake up. You got to read. You got to break that shit down so you understand it. So you better wake up. So when you see, and I ask them, because I say, damn, they waited, damn near, they just initiated, gave her honorary initiation into the Zeta Phi Beta just last year. She only been a part of the sorority, I guess a good year. I don't even know if it was a complete year. I don't even think she might not even been in there a full year, because I think it was in the latter part of the damn, let me see, when was that? And it's crazy, and she was initiated at a boule. Yeah, and that got to be brought out, and people say, well, what does that mean? It's not the chief boule that we know of, the chief, but it does mean the same thing. It means advisors to the king. Who is the king? You understand what I'm saying? Who is the king? When you have a boule, and the fact that they would adopt that term, boule, you see what I'm saying? Where it's a commission of elite that they are minions of the king. That's exactly what it is. They're minions of the king. You see, they report to the king, but the question is, who the king? Who the king? That's the question, family. And so when Angie Stone went against, you got to understand, and that's why we got to break this shit. The Saturn, the code of Saturn, which is an aspect of what we talking about. Lucifer, that's the same thing, just different verbiage, but the same thing. The code of Saturn that we're gonna be dealing with, because that is actually the symbol of universal record before it became Universal Music Group, because it merged with some other. But when you go back to Universal Records, you see that is actually the symbol of Saturn, and we'll get off into that because that is the symbol of the Jew. That's one of their ancient symbols that they venerated long before. We talking about Rome. When they was in Rome, that these are just like we say, Amun Ra, Hede Ru. We talk about Isis on Osiris. You don't think they got ancient gods that they venerate? Saturn is like Amun Ra to them. It's their highest deity. You see, Amun Ra, which was the most powerful god of ancient Egypt. Saturn is on, not that they the same, but as far as rank, Saturn is on the level of Amun Ra. He's their chief deity. So what they do, they hide that worship. And if you don't believe they don't worship Saturn, take your ass down there to the Capitol building. Go to any Capitol building of the state, and it looked like a Roman goddamn the Pantheon over there in Rome. It's a traditional Roman temple. You see? You look at you look at all the capitals, and you see there ain't nothing but branches of Rome. You can go and look at the eagle. That's Rome. You see, you go into the I believe is it the House of Representatives, and you see the fasces, which is right there on that that symbol the fraternity, the hatchet with the reeds wrapped around it. That's a Roman symbol of sovereignty, conquest. You see that right in the House of Representatives. If you look up there, I believe it's the House of Representatives, or is it the Senate? It's the House of Representatives. And when you look up there and you see the two, you'll see the vice president and the head of the house, and you look on the side and you will see the two fasces right there on the side. That's Rome. God damn it. That's Rome. You worshiping. And so that when I say this the Saturn, that's what it is. They venerate Saturn. God damn it. That's why, Saturnalia. And why do you think that Saturn, out of all the gods and shit, that the Roman gods, and when they anglicized the calendar, they took out all the Roman gods, but the one they did not change, they did not change Saturn. You see, all the other gods, we talking about the Anglo-Saxon, they remove Mars, they remove Venus, they remove the other, but they left Saturn. You see, they left Saturn because he is the immovable God amongst them Europeans. He's one that they worship, across nations, you see, and they've hidden that worship in Christianity, Islam, Judaism. That's what they have done. So when you talk about the book of Saturn, the cult of Saturn, that's why they got that Kabbalah. That's why they got that damn Talmud. All of that shit was before the Old Testament. They wasn't even fucking, they don't even really fuck with that right now. If you see them, they over there in that Talmud. They over there in that Kabbalah. That's what they in. That's the worship. All of that Kabbalism, that's the worship of Saturn. You see what I'm saying? That's the worship of Saturn. All right, family, this is General Sarasun Seti. Hey, we coming back. We ain't done tonight. Subscribe. This is the General. We coming. We see. I rode the horses together for a minute, but now we branching off. We're gonna be focusing in on particular subjects. So you want to subscribe to both pages so you can get. I'm gonna get you together. Hey, hit up some of them links in the chat. Support the General, man, because we doing some shit ain't nobody doing. We going where motherfuckers sitting up here. They ain't talking about the shit we talking about. Period. They ain't even going where we going, and can't go and won't go because they don't even know. This is General Sarasu said, he said, hey, arm yourself with knowledge, bang on that wicked ass beast daily, liberation through African education and confrontation. I be right, black. You say Saturn is related to the God set. It is but it got to be broke down. It got to be broke down, and it ain't like the spirit, but in rank. You see, in rank, because Saturn is the god of the golden age, but Sat is set. You see, Sat is set. And so as they took from the Nubian, the Ethiopian, and you understand what I'm saying, they would create the gods. And just like Set, a lot of people don't understand that Set was the primeval god. He was there before Amun. He was there before Osiris. You see what I'm saying? So Sat, just like the vowels is interchangeable, Sat is Set. You see? And the I is also there. You know, you got goddesses where their name is spelled S-I-T. I believe, what's the goddess? Egyptian goddess. But see, you didn't have me go, you got, I got it. I forget that goddess name. But y'all will throw it out there. But I get it. I get it. Wait a minute. I get it for y'all. And but what I'll do is I'll touch on that at a different time. I'll touch on that at a different time. Matter of fact, what I do, since you asked me about it, I'll put that in the clip. I'm gonna load my clip up and I'm gonna get ready to shoot. And that'll be in there. I'll be right black. Don't you go nowhere. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like this video and share it so people can know about these fraternities and sororities in this goddamn Luciferian order. All right, arm yourself with knowledge, bang on that wicked ass beast daily, liberation through African education. Satis, that's it. You got me. Okay, Satis, and it's another, they use the I too. Is a guy, they don't use the A or the E, they use the I. And I see that it's the A Satis, but it's another goddess too, where the A ain't even there, it's just a I. But Satis is another version of that. All right, Black Power.